Good afternoon. I'm Shayla Reaves. Thank you for watching WCCO, also streaming on CBSN Minnesota. Jury selection is delayed in the Derek Chauvin trial. The former Minneapolis police officer is charged in the death of George Floyd. We have live team coverage from outside the Hennepin County Government Center. Let's begin with Esme Murphy. Esme, what can you tell us?
Well, I can tell you, Shayla, that jury selection has been delayed at least until tomorrow morning in this case. First, I want to show you this protest right behind me. That's the tail end of it. I would say there's at least about 500 people who have marched down the street there, blocking off that street. A number of streets are blocked off, not just by protests, but also because of all the safety precautions. Now, what has happened is the Court of Appeals has been asked to stop the trial entirely. The prosecution wants that, while the defense appeals the addition of a third-degree murder charge to the Minnesota Supreme Court. Depending on what the Court of Appeals decides, we could have a delay in jury selection until tomorrow morning, or we could have a delay that lasts for weeks while the Minnesota Supreme Court decides the issue. The prosecution wants the longer delay, the defense and the judge want the shorter delay. Bottom line, the jury selection cannot happen at this moment.
Just looking at the clock, we have jurors, but I think realistically, we're not going to get to any jury selection. We won't have an answer until at least tomorrow. So unless any of the parties object, I'm going to kick our jurors loose and start everything tomorrow with jury selection. If the parties can agree that I have jurisdiction, or the Court of Appeals agrees that I have jurisdiction.
Now, the prosecution wants the third-degree charge, which was ruled back in by the Minnesota Court of Appeals. They want that added in this case. The defense does not want it added, and they are appealing to the Minnesota Supreme Court. And again, it's the Court of Appeals, the middle court, that's going to decide how long that delay is going to be while the Minnesota Supreme Court takes up that case. The bottom line, third-degree murder is considered easier to prove than second-degree murder, which is the other charge that Chauvin is facing. He's also facing manslaughter charges. We hope to know a little bit more at 1:30 this afternoon. That's when court is back in session. We might even have an inkling on where the Court of Appeals stands, but Shayla, the bottom line right now, there will be no jury selection today, and at the earliest, it would start up tomorrow morning.
All right. Thank you so much, Esme.